Hi, my name's Bob from Factory Car Stereo Repair in Longwood, Florida. Combined, we have over 100 years experience. Today, one of our local dealerships has called us out to take care of a broken power antenna mast. We're going to go through some of the steps here for taking care of this power antenna. This guide will work for most power antennas. There are small differences, but basically what we're going to do today takes care of most power antennas. In this case, the antenna must have been up at one time, and the top of the antenna had to be broken or bent at one time from going by bushes or through the car wash, so it's always a good thing to turn your radio off when going through the car wash. We have a bolt at the top of this that has a special tool that fits it to unscrew. In this case, we find using a pair of needle nose pliers and getting down on the sides of the bolt. Be very careful you don't slip off the bolt because you could scratch the car. But we're going to loosen this bolt on the top of the mast. One of the key things on this as to whether or not this repair is going to work for you is with the stereo turned on and off, you can hear the antenna motor down inside the side fender here running, so that this tells you that the motor is good. If you don't hear the motor run on this repair, then replacing a broken mast only could take care of part of the problems with this. Okay, we've loosened the bolt, and we're going to lift the bolt up. This happens in this case, takes the whole top of the antenna mast that fits around the car. And this is the bolt that we just unscrewed. You will need some help when it comes to replacing this mast with someone to turn the stereo on and off for you. Like I mentioned, a little bit of help. I can hear the motor running, and we can pull the mast right out. The bad news on this one is there is normally a nylon cable that attaches to the bottom of this mast. Now, we suggest purchasing the original factory cable and mast on this unit because we have seen some aftermarkets that don't work exactly perfect. And what I mean by exactly perfect is some of the aftermarket lookalikes that can work in this position tend to not go all the way down and stick up a little bit. As for the nylon cable part of this, usually you can pull the old mast right out of the top, and it comes out with this nylon cable that's attached to it. What happens is the motor pushes this antenna nylon cable up to make the mast go up and down. Obviously we're missing it here. This could be a real easy procedure. If you pull the original one out with the cable, make sure that the cable lengths match. If they do not match, it's probably a broken off piece inside the motor. The motor assembly is going to have to be removed and have the piece taken out of it. That too, if it's not removed, will not cause the antenna to go all the way down like it's supposed to. But right now we're going to take a chance, since this cable is missing, and hopefully when the top of the old antenna was broken off, it came out as well with the nylon cable. So we're going to try this one right away first to see if this works, the replacement works, without pulling the motor assembly. Now we put the nylon cable down into the opening and turn the radio off. You may have to turn this around a little bit to get it to catch. There, we got it to catch. And it's pulling it down. Push the sleeve down. The antenna is coming down. And now this seems like this is broken. Now what we want to do is put the bolt back on the top. We may not have caught the motor going down at the right time or the right speed to pull the mast all the way down. So I'm going to put a twist or two on this bolt here to make sure that it's holding. Turn the stereo back on and back off. Now we've got the mast coming back down, and it looks like we may have a piece of the mast broken off inside the antenna motor assembly. So we are going to have to remove the motor assembly and check that for a piece of the nylon cable still broken off internally. We have removed the new antenna mast because it didn't go up and down and left the mast up a short bit, and gone through and disassembled the interior of the vehicle and removed the motor assembly. We disassembled the motor assembly, and inside the motor assembly we found a piece of the nylon cable left. This little piece keeps the antenna mast from going up and down to its full extent. We're going to go back and try to put the antenna mast back in here, the new one, and see how that works. We have ran the antenna mast up, or turned the radio on to allow the antenna mast to run up, and we're going to try and feed this down in here to get this catch again. Okay, this does take, there, we had it there. Okay, I can hear that the motor has stopped running, so we're going to have to turn the stereo back on and let the motor run for a little bit to have it run back down again. Okay, we got the mast to catch, or the cable to catch. I'm going to place it in there real quick, have it run itself all the way down. There we go, this is exactly what we wanted. Now, we're going to put the side assembly back on. Put the washer on the bottom of the bolt. Tighten this screw back up on top of the mast and run it up once or twice before we tighten this all the way back up, just to make sure that we have the antenna mast running properly all the way up, all the way down. Without this bolt being tightened on the top of the mast here, it'll just throw that whole cable and antenna mast right back out, which we don't want to do. Okay, we finally got the bolt to catch. We can tell that by pulling up on the side piece here, and it's not coming off. Now we're going to turn the stereo back on and off. Stereo on, the antenna mast goes up like it's supposed to. It's stopped right at the end like it's supposed to. We will turn the stereo back off. And the antenna mast should sit almost all the way flush here this time. There we go. This is how you replace the antenna mast in power antenna assembly. For instructions on how to remove this power antenna from the vehicle and so on, to get to the motor assembly, this will be posted on the website. Again, the website is carstereohelp.com. If you have any questions, we do have tech support online. Please email us. We answer a lot of questions. We see a lot of questions, and we'll be happy to answer yours as well. Thank you for watching our video.